it's Melissa. Happy Thursday. I hope you're having a great day. It's Throwback Thursday here at So Fancy. If you haven't heard, it's our first ever Throwback Thursday. So what we're doing is bringing back a retired bundle for one day only, today only. The Mom and Ain't Easy bundle is back. It was been super popular, really popular when it was first out back in March and April. And it has since expired, but for Throwback Thursday, it's back just today. It's $14.99, 34 files, 5 fonts, everything's commercial use. So go grab it while you can because it expires at midnight Eastern. Now, what I want to tell you, I'm going to show you a couple of these fun designs that are in here. So there's fonts, there's all kinds of designs. We are going to focus on this one. Sleep is for the weak, mom life, because that's just like the story of my life. But what I want to show you is that when you bring it into Silhouette Studio, and this would go for any program, but when you bring it into Silhouette Studio, if you go to cut this part of the design, you end up with a ton of waste, all of this, okay? And what's even more is that that part of the design is like 7 by 7, and so you end up with a whole basically square that you would be wasting, okay? So the other pieces of the design I've already cut. There's not a whole lot of waste here because there's, HTV. But with that square and the little cutout, you can actually save a lot of that vinyl, HTV, by cutting through both the vinyl itself and the carrier sheet. And then you're not using nearly as much, okay? So you have to make sure that your settings are correct. So typically, for heat transfer vinyl, you'd cut on a 1 or a 2. You'd put your force on like a 11 or 7 or somewhere between 7 and 11. It kind of depends on what type of heat transfer you're using, and you do a single pass. For this, what I'm going to do is put my blade on a 4, jack the force up to a 32 or 33, and then I'm going to cut. And what that's going to do is not only cut the HTV, it's going to cut through the carrier sheet. And you're going to see what happens. You're going to be able to save the majority of that heat transfer vinyl because all we have is that one little frame, and it's got about 7 square inches of vinyl in the middle that we can save for another project, okay? All right, so like I said, I already cut this piece, and I have this heat transfer all set up to cut here for you. And again, my settings are a blade of 4. I'm down here now. Force, I'm going to put on a 32, and then the speed is 8, okay? All right, so let's cut this. We're going to see what happens. Of course, with any type of HTV, you need to make sure that your design is completely mirrored. This one, like I said, is from the Mom and Ain't Easy bundle, but you can find designs like this. You'll occasionally have designs like this where there's a large piece of the design that's just hollow in the middle, and you can save it by cutting through both layers. All right, typically we're looking for a kiss cut. In this case, we are not. We are looking to cut straight through. Now, I'm going to give you a tip. Before you unload this whole thing, oh, there's a little something down. I don't know why I did that, but there's a little cut line down here I should have done. Okay, so before we remove this completely from the, where is the cut line? Okay, so it didn't cut all the way through. So this is why you want to test it, okay? And now you can send it through again. Let's do this again, all right? Make sure that it goes through. So since we haven't removed the mat, we are able to just simply send back through. And you want to make sure, watch your auto blade, that it actually is tapping. I'm going to go around this side to make sure that it's moving. Okay, yeah. I have my heat press all set up. We're going to put this on a, whoa, there it goes. Definitely cutting through. I'm actually, once it's done, I'm going to pause it so it doesn't double cut. Oh. Okay, and we will cancel that and pull it out. Are you sure you want to cancel? Yep. So it's already, so I can tell it's already cut all the way through, so I'm canceling it because I don't want to mess it up any more by double cutting. Okay, so you can see what's happened here. It's cut. Okay, let's get that out of there. All right, now what you'll be able to do, is peel, okay, so you'll be able to peel your HTV, the largest sheet of your HTV up and around, and you'll be able to save this inner piece. Just got a little snag right there, which is fine. I'll just trim that with the scissors. Okay. This is where it pulled up off the mat. All right, but it'll be fine. We'll be able to save that. Because also keep in mind that when you press this, it will any little snags, and we'll fix that. So don't worry about that, okay? So you can pretty much always save HTV. If you forget to weld something, not a big deal, okay? All right, so you have that, and now what you've done is you've saved this piece. So I will just cut it because I, would prefer to have the square. Okay, now what you didn't see is down here, I cut the other piece of this design, okay? So I still need to weed that. I'll trim that like that, and then we will weed it, and then we can put our design all together. Now this I did not want to cut completely through. That's why I cut it before I went live, because this is a this is text, and so if I cut this all separately, all the letters and all the, well, not all the letters, but all the individual words would be become individual, and it would be difficult to line them all back up. So I did just cut this on the regular heat transfer vinyl smooth settings. Okay. All right. Okay. Oops. And the heart actually does not even go right there. I just put it close, so again, I was limiting how much vinyl I was wasting. So now I need to just trim the heart off of it. Okay, so we have all of our pieces. That's going to be saved. This is waste. Back so you can see what I'm doing over here. Now, keep in mind that this piece still has the backing on it, okay? So after we apply this, we still need to get the backing off, and I still need to trim this. I'm going to save it. No one will even know. Okay. All right. Okay, so the first thing that we're going to do is put this piece on. Make sure you don't have any scraps. Can you see me? Okay. I've got little pieces of vinyl everywhere. Maybe I can pull you guys over a little bit more. Okay. All right, I got my shirt all ready. I've got extra HTV all over the place, which I definitely don't want, because I don't want those will press onto the sheet, and then I'll have to use my VLR to get them off. Okay. All right, so I'm going to place that on there. This is like a workout type shirt. So if you're wondering if you can press onto them, you definitely can. All right, here, let's pull you over here. Okay, so for this, we want to do, we want to just tack it down, okay? I have too much pressure with mine. All right, so we just want to tack it for about 10 seconds. I'm actually going to peel that off, okay? We don't want to overheat it, but we need to press it long enough that it stays on the shirt. Okay, so now I can place, where'd my little heart go? Sorry, I'm like back and forth all over the place. Okay, so when you place this on here, you can use tape if you want, like heat transfer tape, heat tape, high temperature tape. Okay, to keep it in place. I'm going to live on the edge a little and not do that. But I am going to need to find my little heart that I don't know where it went. Okay, and then you're going to place this back over top and press that. Again, like 20 seconds. Hi, Mary Carol. Enough that it will tack it down. Okay. Now remember, you still have the carrier sheet on that piece, so you need to get that off of there. All right? Oh, here's my heart. Okay, so when you are done, grab it with a pair of scissors. Don't forget to remove this piece, okay? All right, and now you can put your last couple pieces in there. Okay, and the heart goes right here. All right. Okay, so you actually have saved a bunch of HTV by doing it this way. Okay, and our last part is going to go, you want to hold this down for 20 seconds, for the full 20 seconds to completely press everything, okay? So I don't know if you guys can see, my counter is going down. And when that is finished, then we'll be all done. And then the nice thing, like I said about this, is that you can use that extra HTV that you took out of this square for another project, and it's not wasted. Okay, now I got a carrier sheet on it. Okay, all right, so that's it. Let me put it back this way so you can see a little bit better. I'm in tight quarters here. Okay, there you go. All right, guys, so hopefully you learned a little something, something. Isn't that cool? Yep, and here is all that vinyl that was in the square. Look at that. This is a big piece of vinyl. We're glad we didn't waste all that, right? Okay. All right, so go grab the Throwback Thursday bundle. Mom and Ain't Easy. This design is included. So you can get that, and there's 33 other designs and 5 fonts all included in that. It expires tonight at midnight, so go grab it. All right, guys, have a great day. I'll see you later.